Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking Love During Lockup, Season 5, Episode 26. All right peeps, if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up and make sure that you leave a comment. I love talking with you guys down in the comments. So let's get into the show. All right, so the episode starts out with Tenny and Rob. And Tenny is still at the restaurant with Rob's childish mom. That lady to me is very childish. I think that she is manipulative. I think that she is selfish. I'm not a fan of Rob's mom. I'm not a fan of Rob either. Tenny gets up to leave. She's very upset. She starts to cry. And one thing about me is there's no way that I'm crying for Rob's mom. I'm not crying in front of Rob's mom. She would not get that from me. Now, if I am truly upset, I will cry, but it won't be in front of her and it won't be in front of these damn cameras. Okay, you're not about to get that. Not from me. Especially when you're mistreating me and I'm here for your child. Okay, me and my children are driving all those hours down to the prison to see your son who is in jail for 16 damn years. You're not doing that, ma'am. Not at all. And that's another thing that I do not like about this Tenny situation. Rob lets her know that he's possibly not going to get out in 3 weeks. It could be 2 more months, before he gets out. And she says, well, that's, 8 more weekends that me and my kids have to drive down there. Why are the children being punished? Okay, you decided to date an inmate, not them. Why have they been giving up their weekends for the last 5 years to get in the car to drive down here to sit in the damn room with this dude for 2 hours for a visit? That just seems to be unfair to those children. They are still at the age where they should be going on play dates, hanging out at the skating rink, going to pool parties, having sleepovers, if you know the parents. Otherwise, I don't suggest sleepovers because you never know. Anyway, I'm just saying, these kids, I feel for the kids, The mom then says that, she wants to apologize. Maybe we should talk it out. The mom is manipulative as hell. She didn't really want to apologize and be friends with you. She wanted to wiggle in there and find some way that you can help increase her revenue from her son who she ain't doing shit for. Tenny lets us know that she started a petition trying to get Rob out of jail. Rob is where he needs to be. Rob is institutionalized. Rob is too damn much. Okay, the mom hasn't been up for a visit. She didn't start any petition. She wasn't reaching out to no lawyers, none of that bullshit. Then she drops the bomb on Tenny to let Tenny know that Rob has been sending her $100 a week, and that ain't enough. Okay, so instead of $400 a month, she would like to request that he start sending her at least $175 a week. You know what? He's in the prison. This makes absolutely zero sense for me. She looks like an able-bodied woman. She still looks beautiful, youthful. She still walks around and drives the car no matter how shitty it is. That was her saying that she barely made it there, not me. It seems to me that you should be out working and thriving and taking care of your damn self. I'm just saying, I don't like this. She gets mad at Rob because Rob doesn't call her after she has her meeting with his mother, so she turns the cameras off and removes his access. I said, oh, that's what it is. So when you're angry with him, your children get their lives back. Your children get their privacy back. When you get mad at Rob, you turn the cameras off. He calling her back talking about, are you going to call the internet people and let them know what's going on, that I've lost my access to the cameras? He was more pissed off about losing access to invading her and her children's privacy than he was at the fact that his mom showed her ass down to the restaurant and that she wants additional money. I said, wait a minute, you don't even care what this girl has gone through. And then when he tells her that, he might be in jail a little bit longer, she's like, oh, that's more visits. No, it really isn't. There is no way in hell. I don't give a damn if I faux love, really love, deeply love, heartless, endless love. I don't give a damn. Lotto Richie, Diana Ross kind of love, Temptations love. I don't give a damn what kind of love I'm in. Every weekend, I am not getting in my car, driving hours upon hours to sit in some kind of jailhouse freaking set up visitation room, trying to count all my damn quarters so I could buy a salad out of a damn vending machine, and making my children sit here with all these other criminals every damn weekend. Are you kidding me? No, ma'am. Stop visiting his ass. This is just ridiculous. Then we find out this big secret that he's been holding on to is that the lady that his mom was throwing up in her face, he had dated this woman for 7 years and was dating her when he met Tenny, and he's got a tattoo of the woman on his shoulder. First of all, I said, who gives a damn? You know, if I met some dude tomorrow and he had a tattoo of his ex on his shoulder, would I give a shit? Not really. And if the love is real and we together and you out and I'm out and we dating and going back and forth, cover that shit up. You know, who cares? I said, this ain't no real damn secret. I'm sick of this. And then Tenny wants to tell us that their relationship is so much better because they've removed the physical. I said, yeah, well, whatever. You removed the physical, great. But what you got in replace of the physical is the fact that this dude is controlling your every waking move and he's watching you 24/7 and you're codependent. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Bring in the physical. Fuck all the rest. I don't want that shit. I mean, what? And I'm also concerned about her. It seems that you are a stay-at-home mom who is supported by Rob and Rob's business that he co-owns with his brother, which means you are not working and building and creating something of your own, which tells me that if Rob gets out of jail and shows his ass, you and your children are ass out. That is something that I can never go for. If I met a rich man today and we decided that we wanted to make a life together, I am not going to just let him support me 100%. I'm going to find a way to either stash this man's money, you know, a little shoebox money. I'm going to stash this man's money, or I'm going to turn his money into my own business because I need to make sure that I can survive and take care of myself and my children independent of this dude. No, ma'am. I'm not here for this. I am not here for this. And then she says, well, he lied to her. He kept something from her. He didn't tell her that he was sending his mom money every week. Yeah, he's lying about a whole lot of shit, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. Aana and Jamal. Listen, this lady, she bothers me in so many ways. I feel for her as a mother, as a human being, as a lady. I feel for her because she is lost. That's the word that pops in my head when I think about her. She is completely lost, entitled, delusional, and coming off as a deadbeat. And I don't love it. You know, she's got 2 beautiful children, a 9-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter, and they are just amazing kids. Seeing her at her mom's house dancing with her son, it just melted my heart. You know, she's at her house when the show opens. She's cleaning up her place. She's taking out the trash. She's cleaned out her refrigerator. She's going to be going to jail. She doesn't know if it's going to be 2 weeks or if it's going to be 90 days. However, she's concerned. She needs school clothes money for her son, but she's also concerned because she wants to put money on Jamal's books. Now, this is where I first blow up a little bit. I'm screaming at my TV. Yes, peeps, I'm one of those people that yell at the television. I mean, can you imagine if somebody had secret cameras in my house? This would be quite embarrassing. Anyway, I yell at the TV. So I'm yelling at the TV. I said, excuse me, ma'am, you're about to go to jail for 2 weeks to 90 days. You want to make sure that there's enough money to take care of your son's school clothes, but you're still concerned about putting money on Jamal's books. And no, ma'am. She says that she puts $100 on his books every week. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This is a bunch of bullshit. See, you could have hired a lawyer instead of using a public defender if you weren't giving Jamal $400 a month. You know, she says that she's got to go see the judge on Monday and report to jail on Tuesday. However, she also has her first and only ever visit with Jamal scheduled on Monday too, and she's thinking about skipping her court dates and just, heading down to the prison to see Jamal. Where the fuck are your priorities? Where are your priorities? I don't know. We find out that her and Jamal have only been a couple for a couple of months. But she's known him for a while because remember, he used to be her best friend's boyfriend. See, that is a hell no in my life. I would never date a friend, let alone a best friend's man. It just doesn't work out that way. I don't want to lose my friendships. I really don't. Her friend said it herself. She said she is delusional as hell. She is all in on this relationship that makes zero sense to me. We get to her mom's house. We find out that her son lives with her mom. Her mom has custody of her son. She had him when she was in high school, and then, he just stayed with her mother. She goes upstairs to her bathroom. She's pop, dropping, locking it on a video call with this dude, showing and clapping her cheeks. And I'm not talking about the ones on her face. And she's flashing him her bra and asking him to pull out that thing. And all of this with the door open while your children are just downstairs. I don't appreciate it. I don't love it. I think it's disgusting. And she was hovered over the toilet. She's touching the toilet. She's touching her face. She's touching the toilet. She's touching her lips. None of this is appropriate. I'm pretty sure the bathroom was clean and everything, but it can never be that clean in my opinion. Okay. Then what really pissed me off, what really pushed me right over the damn edge, she goes and asks her mom. She says, well, you've already been taking care of him. I need you to take her while I, turn myself into jail. I said, well, wait a minute. You were supposed to turn yourself into jail in a couple of days. You haven't talked to your mama about this. Second of all, the way you're speaking to your mom is very disrespectful. You need her help. You should have been planning this and talking to her in advance. Your mom is taking care of your child. She is raising him full time. She also has a job. So how is she supposed to work her full-time job and take care of a 2-year-old? She is going to either have to find someone to help her watch your daughter while she's at work, or she's going to miss out at work. And then you get upset talking about, well, do you think I want to be away from my kids? Do you think I want to go to jail? Clearly you do, because you're out here in these streets driving drunk and high. Clearly you do. And then she makes some kind of comment that she thinks it's dumb that you can't drive high. Really? Well, maybe you need to sit down and talk to some family members of people who have lost their children, their husband, their wives, to people who were high and drunk driving. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, I think the way she spoke to her mom was highly disrespectful. I think that you're completely selfish. I need them to sit you down for the full 90 days. And hopefully while you are in there, you are thinking about your life. Thinking of getting your priorities straight. You should be totally 1000% focused on your mental health and your children and the health of those children, the happiness of those children. The fact that all you care about is Jamal is absolutely appalling. I'm tired. Let's move on. Then they introduce us to Rick and Samantha. Now, honey, now listen, I don't know why when I first seen Rick and they started showing pictures of him and Samantha back in the 80s, I thought about the movie Footloose. I said, look at them, look at his suit. Rick and Samantha were absolutely gorgeous when they were in high school. They really were. But now, they've been through it, honey. They've been through some things. Both of them are addicts, which, she's in jail because she is got 2 felony DUI charges. So from the rip, I already don't like her. You know how I feel about people who are driving and drunk. Driving and drunk is a bunch of bullshit. It does not mix. It's always innocent people that end up losing their lives or getting critically hurt or, just too much shit that happens to innocent people because other people want to be selfish and drink and drive or be high and drive. Not a fan. So I already don't like Samantha. Okay, so we find out this dude has created a trust account for her. He has also proposed to her. She is in the jail. Okay, they used to date back when they was in high school. As soon as this dude got divorced, the first thing he did was start trolling the internet trying to find Samantha and found her on the old prison pen pal site. So now they are deeply in love and he's trying to get back together with her. His two nieces are completely concerned. One of his nieces, she is a correctional officer, and it's her job to read incoming and outgoing mail from prisoners. And she tells him, listen, I know the game. Okay, I know how these guys will write their wives and then write all their girlfriends and vice versa and get money from people. I don't want you to be a fool. I don't want you to get played, Uncle Rick. Well, Uncle Rick is a fool and he's about to be played, and I'm sorry that y'all are all going to be hurt. Okay, this makes no sense. You know, I am not an addict. I don't know a lot of addicts, but I do know some addicts. Some addicts are in my family closer than, not. And I do know that they do say that when you are an addict, you should not be in a relationship with another addict. And I think that Rick needs to slow his roll and distance this relationship, because just like his niece said, she's afraid that Samantha is going to get out of jail and she's going to want to hang out, party, and kick it and bring Rick down, because Rick has only been sober for 2 years. To me, that's not long enough. But again, I am not a specialist. I am not a sober buddy, so I do not know. But I do think that Rick is making a big mistake. At one point, his one niece breaks down crying, and she said that she thought at one time they were going to lose Rick, that he was going to be dead. Listen, I don't know if this relationship is going to be good for them, but what I do think is that she is going to take Rick's ass on one hell of a ride. And when the ride is over, Rick is going to be off the wagon and broke. Wishing you the best, Rick. Then we move on to Joey and Michael. Okay, Joey is still crazy in love with Michael. Michael is a complete liar and manipulator. Michael is playing the game. Time to play the game! Joey told him that his family found out that he relapsed with Michael 5 months ago. Michael said, do they blame me? He said, well, I guess they would blame me. But you're okay, you're fine. No, he's not fine. He's being used and abused by you. I think that Michael is keeping Joey on the hook because Joey is putting $50 a week on his commissary. I think that Michael has a lot of people that he reaches out to, and he knows that Joey is definitely a guaranteed $50 a week on his commissary, and that he can call and chuckle it up with his ass all week, all day long. So he is just not sitting in his cell or being out in the middle of the rec room. I don't trust him at all. And the fact that he would not tell Joey when he was going to be released, I'm sitting here screaming at the TV. I said, Joey, why don't you just get on the Google? You can get on the Google and pull up the prison and this dude. It will give their estimated release dates. Unless you have just been booked or something, all that information is usually right out there. I said, Joey, well, what? You seem like a smart dude. Are you kidding me? Then later he goes and tells the producers that he's probably going to be in there for about 6 years. Meanwhile, he's giving Joey the whole him-ho. Well, in 3 months, I got to meet the board. And then it's possible I can get paroled in 6 months. Or maybe they might tell me it's going to be about a year. Fuck that. Okay? No, sir. What you need to do is keep going to them meetings. Keep going to them meetings, and be single for about a year. Just be single with your meetings and your family, have a little picnic, go on long nature hikes, hang out with your daddy, go to the game, hang out with your sister and brother, watch a little TV with your mama, learn how to bake, make some sourdough, do something, but just do it sober. Do that for about a year. Then maybe get out in the street and mingle a little bit with sober people. This is ridiculous. You better drop him. I'm telling you now, this dude is not good for you. He is using you. He's going to come out. He's going to whip that big thing on you. And then he's going to get you back on the drugs. You don't need it. Okay. And don't do this to your daddy. I really like your daddy. Listen, break it off, Joey. I'm just saying, this is a bunch of bull. You are a nice young man. Now get you some meetings and some sober friends. This is ridiculous. Moving on. Now, honey, listen. This Sante or Shante and True, a bunch of bull. Where is her common sense? Where is her brain? What is happening with this woman? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I mean, really. This dude is using her, playing her, acting a fool. We find out in the prison that he's at, they've got a whole culinary class and a kitchen. I said, well, what? I thought all they had was ramen noodles at the prison. You know, a little corn and peas. I said, well, what? A culinary kitchen? Did you see all of that stuff? I said, who? Damn it. I guess it's good. You know what I mean? So they can come in there and learn how to cook. So then when they get out of jail, they can, be a line chef, a sous chef somewhere, learning their trade, picking up more information, and then move on later, after they've saved a little money. Not after they hooked on to some idiot who was willing to take out $100,000 loan so that she can start a business to give this inmate that she has never met, I repeat, never met, who has never dated a black girl, 50%. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All I keep thinking is she's got children. You've got kids. Are you serious? Are you serious? You are willing to go into business with this inmate that you have never met and put in $100,000 to allow him to just come out of jail, stroll in the kitchen and put on a little apron to make his prison cuisine? Hell no, you're not getting 50% of shit, okay? Where's your mama? This is ridiculous. I said to myself, where is her village? Where is her village? Man, where are your friends with sense? Anyway, she goes and meets this business lady who opened up her own tropical food restaurant. The food looked good there too. Anyway, the lady tells her, she said, absolutely not. I would not open a business like this with a partner. She said, what if things don't work out and then they walk away with 50% of your dream? Okay, if that didn't smack some sense into somebody, that's like a sledgehammer to the head. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm just saying, ma'am, you're not about to walk away with 50% of my dream. It's not going to happen. He's on there talking about, well, how long did it take you to make a profit? She says 2 years. He said, oh, I was hoping it was going to be about 2 months. Listen, that should also tell you that he's got no head for business. While you're in there learning how to make, a seafood omelet, they should have actually opened up a business plan and shown you how to start that. Most people who open small businesses, they all tell you that it takes anywhere from 2 to 5 years for you to start actually seeing a profit, for you to start actually paying yourself. If you thought that you were about to open up this restaurant and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm rolling in the money, get the hell out of business. Don't even start the business. Forget about it. What? I don't like them. And then she ends up letting us know, they kept saying she's a restaurant manager and she's the restaurant manager at Whataburger. And so I'm thinking maybe I need to see if we got Whataburger here. I don't think we do, but I might need to leave the bank and work at the Whataburger. Because how is it possible that you could afford 2 mortgages at $5,000 and pay all of your regular bills, take care of your children, put money on his books, and make your car insurance and, car payments? I don't get it. I've got the 1 mortgage and, I'm living. But really? If somebody said all of a sudden you got to pay another mortgage, I would just go and cry or tell them, sell that shit. I don't want it. I can't afford it. And, she's got this brother who was an addict who was in jail with True. And all of a sudden he's at her house and $5,000 walk out when he leaves. This dude sits down and acts like he's, some kind of broke pastor or something with his suit and tie, talking about he didn't do it. You a lie. I don't even know you, but I believe you stole the money, allegedly. My opinion is you a lie and you stole that money. Okay, so anyway, True gets on the phone. We find out that him and True used to be in the jail and he's the one that introduced her to True, which tells you right there that he don't even like you, because he probably sat down and told True she's a real sucker. This is my stepsister's number. Anyway, he gets on the phone with True and acts like a real bitch. True tells him, you took that money and you need to do something, do the right thing. I'm like, how the hell is your 12-year in jail ass telling somebody else to do the right thing when we know you leeching off this woman? Anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. But he tells True, I'm gonna do something, it ain't gonna be that much, but I'm gonna give you a little something, I'm gonna do a little something. And then after they get off the phone, he tells her, I can't believe you with him because, he ain't the right kind of guy. Why'd you introduce her? Then he's going to tell her, well, I thought that, the way you are, that you wouldn't put up with him. I didn't know it was going to get this far. Really? First of all, I don't even know why you talking to him. You know he don't have any money. When he walked in, you saw him, you know he don't have no money. Okay, and then second of all, you robbed me of $5,000. We ain't got shit to say. The only thing you need to do for me is send me a certified check from the bank with my $5,000. Otherwise, we cease to exist to each other. Fuck off. I'm done. Nobody's stealing $5,000 from me and thinking that they about to walk up in my presence. You know, this girl, I don't know if her brain turns up or not, but I would really like it very much if you would turn that fucker on. You know, just light the pilot light. You are out of your damn mind. Stop it. Okay, you are being used and abused mentally and financially. Okay, stop this crap. Anyway, peeps, I'm sorry. They done got my pressure up. I hate it when my pressure goes up like this. Anyway, I might even have a little temperature. I'm so angry. Listen, get down in the comments. Subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye.